want to type it in, we made it real easy for you. Bit.ly, the short link, bit.ly. So you can type bit.ly/subscribe_KXVS_YouTube. So bit.ly/subscribe_KXVS_YouTube. That's easy enough, right, Donovan? Donovan is a silent minority.
Speechless.
I'm trying to get my accent right. Hold on. I'm just throwing over it in my head. Let me start. Hold on. Yeah, hold on. How to do it? All right, I don't know about you guys, but I'm going to go subscribe to this new channel. It sounds interesting.
Yeah.
Yo, what's different about this channel than the last one?
Well,
what's changed?
Well, we're making some changes. We're always doing something new, but this is something that we had to do this, and we've had to do this for a while. So this new channel, it's really not much different, except the channel will be different. So all our new content is going on the channel, and we're going to migrate all our videos over to that channel as well, and we won't be using the old channel. So if you're waiting on that channel, you'll be missing it. So please do subscribe to our new channel, and it's real easy. Follow us on Facebook, thevoiceofstockton.org. You can find us everywhere. Keep watching us on our live streams, but that's it. We just wanted to break in and tell you that.
And let's make Stockton better together.
That's right. Make Stockton better together. All right. So you know what? Let's start this track over because this is the best bomb song. And thank you for tuning in. Appreciate you. KXVS, the voice of Stockton, with Donovan and Mr. Details, Dustin Breakwell. This is Governor Don signing off.
My name is Josh, and you're listening to KXVS, the voice of Stockton, 92.1 FM.
This broadcast will start in 60 seconds. This broadcast will start in 45 seconds. This broadcast will start in 30 seconds. This broadcast will start in 15 seconds. This broadcast will start in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 1. The Voice of Stockton. For more information on The Voice of Stockton, go to thevoiceofstockton.org.
The views and opinions expressed in the following program do not necessarily reflect those of KXVS, the Voice of Stockton, or its parents, affiliates, management, and staff.
It's time for challenge mode with the one and only Ben Sanchez. Here's Ben.
Thank you, Dustin. That's Dustin. Tonight, usually we have Gov, but he is a busy man running lots and lots of things.
He's on assignment.
He's on assignment. Yeah, he's on assignment. So thanks for tuning in, everybody. My name's Ben Sanchez, and if you are unfamiliar with Challenge Mode is a show for entrepreneurs throughout the Central Valley, and we kind of cover, the things that are going on in your community, meet new entrepreneurs, or have previous entrepreneurs kind of come back, share their story, how did they start, what did they struggle with, what are the things that they're doing now, and that's kind of what we've been doing for the past about 3 months now. I think we're on episode 9, and
I think so.
Yeah.
I lost track.
Dustin lost track. Of course, Dustin's not always on every episode, but we're glad that he's here when we have him. Now, are you recovering now? Because
I'm fine now.
Last time I saw you, what happened?
I got sick.
Yeah. And you couldn't talk. You couldn't broadcast.
Throat issues.
Yeah, but now you're back because I saw you on
I'm back.
doing the Tracy game, right?
Yeah, Lions All-Star game, 45th annual last weekend.
Yeah, how did that go?
Good.
Yeah?
Yeah. South won 24-2.
Right, and you still got the show with Cowbell, right?
Yeah, Cowbell Saturdays at 11 a.m., but big time tomorrow. Sacramento Kings picked number 2 in the NBA.
Really?
Draft. Yeah.
So that must be exciting, right?
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
What do you think they're going to go for?
Hopefully, big European guy named Luka Doncic.
Yeah.
Now we have the Stockton Kings in town too.
That's right. You want to talk a little bit about that?
And the Stockton Kings start later on this year at Stockton Arena.
25 home games, right?
Yeah, 25 home games.
Definitely bring some attention here to downtown Stockton.
Locally, yeah, we need that.
And then we can spread, the people that come here from SAC to kind of visit local business, right?
Mm-hmm.
Local
Entrepreneurs, yeah.
Right, restaurants, food, and that's what we're talking about today is our entrepreneur, our guest.
Who doesn't love food?
Yeah, who doesn't love food? And our guest, Vanessa Lugo, here. Thank you. Welcome.
Hi, nice to have me here. I'm so happy to be here. Thanks for having me.
Thank you for coming on the show. So, you tell us a little bit about you, and I know Amy had kind of mentioned you, and you were just recently at Stock Market, but kind of tell us about, or if you're local or, just some background on yourself.
Right. I am local. I started here in Stockton, and I started in 2010, actually.
Wow.
And I did the Elks Lodge. I was their personal caterer for a while, and I did just, bar food, and I attend to their members.
Right.
I did that for a little bit, and then I ventured out and did festivals, Italian Festival, Bacon Fest. I kind of just went all over the place a little bit, just to expand my horizons. And, I put that aside for a little bit and worked with other, restaurants and other kitchens. And that kind of helped with my growing process, actually.
Right.
And I decided finally, you know what, I need to get back to basics and just, pursue. I didn't want to give up my dreams. So
right.
the last 4 years is when I actually grew more, bigger and bigger, because I've done, more events and bridal shows as well, weddings. And so, just recently I did the stock market and we sold out.
Yeah,
that's
yeah, I know. That's so, and that's what's always great about these things. You can get involved. You can kind of showcase what you have.
Right.
So with stock market, you did something a little different than what we have here. You did sliders.
I did sliders and tarts, and that sold out really fast. They really loved my food. Usually, I have customers, coming up to me and they look at my brochure and they see, oh, do you have that for sale? And they're always asking for this. So I think I'm going to bring this at another stock market just to sample it. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, exactly.
And kind of get a feel. So actually tell me a little bit about that process. So when you're going to an event like stock market, how did you decide to pick those two things?
I think about what sells the most. And I remember from when I very first started. So I like to, bring that back, because a lot of people like, yummy bar food and, gourmet food. And, so I kind of do a mixture. So I remember what's, sells the most and what kind of draws the attention. And I've done sliders before at another festival at
the Bacon Fest.
Yes,
okay.
I did bacon wrap sliders.
Oh, man.
Oh, my God. Those sold out too. I was super excited because Guy Fieri was there, and I was trying so hard. I'm like, I need to go see him, but I was so busy that I didn't even get to, leave my food tent. So, which is fine. I sold my products, so I was happy with that.
That's good. That's good. And then, so when did you kind of first start thinking about, doing something like this? What was your very first experience with that? I think I should really start, doing food. I'm really passionate about food. Now where am I going to go, or how am I going to learn more about it, or when did that happen?
It's funny because, like I said, back in 2010, I used to hang out with a group of friends a lot, and there would always be a lot of us, and then so I'd be the one cooking.
Okay.
So I started making food for them, and they're like, "Oh my God, Vanessa, your food is so good." I actually catered one of their weddings, and they kind of helped me, get experience and get out there.
Okay.
And so that right there, one day we were just drinking and having a good time, and then I decided, you know what, I need to start my own business.
Right. Yeah.
And I've done so well in other kitchens, working for other people, and I've gained so much experience working with them. But it just, for me, there was deep down, and inside me, I was like, nah, I really need to do this on my own. I'd rather work really hard for myself than for someone else. Because I feel like in the restaurant industry, women have to work really, really hard, and sometimes it's still not enough. So I see things differently, and I want to, create a different environment for, my employees, and I'm all about respect. So I love to, just show people a different side of, the whole restaurant industry, so.
Yeah. So what do we have? You brought in this, and so is this something that you normally do kind of on a daily basis?
This was actually for a wedding that I did a few years back, and this was part of their appetizers. So they really loved it, and I've done it here and there when I've done like wine tastings. This pairs really well with different wines, and so everybody's talking about, as you can see on my brochure, it's on there. So I was like, you know what, I'm going to bring this so they can see it for themselves.
Yeah, so is
and
this,
it does look like that,
because like when I look in the brochure, normally it's we were talking just briefly a little bit of, it's Mexican. Yeah. Really, that's kind of your focus.
Yeah,
so.
I do a little of everything, but mainly Mexican food is I want to say, my best.
That's
like, my favorite thing.
Yeah, that's the thing to do. So, what do you like when you start doing certain requests for different people? What do you think? Like, how involved are they in that process? Well, like I'm sure for the weddings, like they're
right. I ask them exactly, what are they looking for their wedding, and what I do is I always provide a tasting so that they can try exactly beforehand before they actually hire me for that day.
Right. Okay.
And so I'll do like an intimate tasting and show them, okay, this is what you can have for your special day, and that usually right there,
that's it. They get it. That's like, we just need one day. Yeah.
Right. Firsthand, they you might feel like, okay, yes, you're hired. So I mean, there's been a couple times where I've met them like at a coffee house, and I would bring the food and package them in a to-go container. Here, try my food. And we talk. Or I'd go to their house. So it all depends, and I'd make it work. So whatever they want, even if it's something that I haven't done, I will find out how to make it and make it happen.
Right.
I want your day to be special.
Exactly, and that's when these like the community's coming out to find you. How, like, what was like the first time, like when people are like reaching out to you and they're like first hearing about you, like obviously that's like huge, right? Like first impression and like trying to get these tastings and things together. But did you ever find like it really hard, like when you first were starting?
Oh yeah. When I very first started, when I did like the stock market, I did it when it was at Caldwell Park. Right. And I had, good days and I had some slow days, and just getting out there, stepping out of your comfort zone is, it's hard, but you can do it. I knew right away that I wasn't going to make it big super fast, Right. You need to put yourself out there, and just keep going, and eventually you'll be where you want to be.
Right. Now, do you have, obviously you have like a team with you probably, right? Like,
yeah. I love my crew. I seriously love my crew. The crew that I have is from people that I've known and trust for a long time. The ones that started with me way back, they still, to this day help me out in, events and weddings and everything. So I only choose people that I actually trust, and if I've worked with them before, like I said, I worked everywhere in Stockton, and I keep contact with people that I meet, especially if I work with them and I see how their work ethic is, and I know that they can work really well with me. Right. Hey, I'll call them. Hey, do you want to do an event with me? And and that's pretty much. I just keep contact with all the people that I've known that are hard workers, and there's friends that have helped tremendously to help get me going and everything. Like my one of my oldest friends, Pam, she is amazing. She bakes. She's a pastry chef. Okay. She does her own thing, her own cakes and stuff like that. And she was very inspiring to me because I seen that she did it, know. And so when I started, I would, ask her, hey, you want to go and help me do this? And she's like, yeah. So her and I were in the newspaper together.
Oh, really?
Stockton Record. So yeah.
What was the article on?
It was for the Taste of Home. What they did at Delta, I believe it was a few years back. Okay. And we had a booth and we were, sampling out food and selling it and just kind of like interacting with people. And So photographer was there and he took pictures of us, and so yeah. And another member of my team, Cynthia, she's really hard worker, and like I said, I have like a handful of friends that like I really trust and believe in, and I know they believe in me, so that really helped me, keep going.
Right, yeah. And that's
definitely.
I think that's what a lot of people say when they come on, like how important it is to have, a team behind you.
Yes, absolutely, because you know what? You're nothing without a team. A chef, a business owner, whatever, manager, they are nothing without the team underneath them. Had I not have all their help, I wouldn't have been able to get this far.
Right.
So I'm really grateful for the people that have, been there and supported me, and just, 100% the whole time.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
So we're already in like a kind of like your 8th year stretch now.
Yeah.
At this point.
Yeah.
So how has that been? How has the last, 8 years been for you since you're starting this catering business?
It was hectic, I want to say the first few years, because I was starting, and when you start your own business, you have to spend money to make money. So
right.
It's a big investment. You have to put in money, and sometimes, make that money back. So,
yeah.
But I didn't want to stop. So that alone just, that helped me. And, just not stopping. Even though I was not making money at first and not really getting a whole lot of, but still, like, I kept going because I knew that if I gave up, I was never going to find out if I was going to succeed or not.
Right, that's right.
Yeah. So one thing that really helped me too is just also last year I had started working with the health and wellness company. It Works. And that right there helped me get into a healthier, me, because once I had my last, baby, it kind of got, it was bad. So I feel like that working with this company also helped me invest into my catering, and it helped me, it definitely helped with my attitude, positive. I'm very positive now, and before it was a struggle for me. I didn't know how to deal with things, and so I had put my business aside, and I said, I'm just going to go work for someone else. I need the money. I can't do this right now. And then I get hired and tell them, oh, by the way, I have a side business. Can you give me these days off so I can do both? Oh, yeah, no problem. No.
No, of course not. No,
I have to be there the whole time.
Yeah.
No, so I got tired of that. So I just kept thinking, you know what? I'm not going to be happy unless I'm working for myself.
Yeah.
No one is going to give me the working environment that I want, and so if I want a change, then I got to make the change. And so had I not stop, I probably would have had my truck by now and everything, because I want to get a truck, travel, and then I want to have my own cafe eventually.
Okay, brick and mortar,
exactly. But I know it's stepping stones, but I feel like everything happens for a reason, and I feel like I was meant to give my business a break. That way I could use my experiences to help me grow. Right, yeah. Because every single job that I've had, I've learned from them, and I use that experience, for my business, and I feel like that right there was meant to happen,
Right.
So I don't regret anything.
Yeah. Was there something like as you the business started to grow, was there something you wish somebody would have told you that happened in the business? Like, I wish I would have known this beforehand, and then it happens and you're like, how?
Well, see, the thing is that I've been in the restaurant industry since, I want to say 21. Okay. 34 now.
Oh, okay.
So I know I observe, I pay attention, I pay attention to detail, and when I talk to, other managers or business owners, and I'd ask them questions, and so I knew that it was going to be a struggle, and it's funny because I'm friends with someone who, owns a business around here, and he's like, no, don't do it. Don't. There's so much stress to go with, having your own restaurant. Just keep doing that. Get a truck, And I'm like, yeah, absolutely. I know that it's going to be hard. I know there are days where nobody's going to come in. They're busy doing something else. But, I have to do it for myself. I have to see
Yeah.
for myself.
Right. Yeah.
So despite all the risks, you know, a true entrepreneur is someone who is going to organize their own business and build it from the ground up, despite any risks.
Right.
You know, and I feel like that's what I was meant to be. You know, and I'm better off doing this because I know that one day I will get there. I wish someone would have told me, like, Vanessa, it's going to be a long process, so
Yeah.
you better hang on.
Yeah. Well, and then when you're you know, starting to kind of think about a lot of these things and you're getting the experience, because you obviously, did you go to culinary school?
No, I did not.
Okay, so you were self-taught through all these different places.
Yes.
So does that, you ever think about, like, maybe at some point, you know, obviously I still want to do my business, but God, I wish I would have taken some time to do that, probably.
Definitely. I've thought about that too. If I get to a point where, you know, I have a solid team, and let's say I have like my truck, you know, and I can trust my team to run it while I'm busy doing other things, I would love to go and, you know, get my culinary degree.
Yeah.
Because I know you can always learn new things, and I'm pretty sure there's certain little detail things that I should, you know, that I would love to learn. But for now, I'm just using what I have and using my experiences to get me to where I need to go.
Right.
You know, and I know that eventually I would love to, but for now, this is when I'm going to keep doing it, you know? And so far it's worked, you know, so far so good.
So what's kind of on the horizon for the catering? Like, what you plan, you know, for the year, or do you kind of look, when you're looking at like events, you know, specifically like pop-up events or stock market and things like that, do you just kind of say like, I think we should be doing these ones, or like the Bacon Fest, if it comes back this year, I was successful last year, I think I should do that again? Like, how does that process work when you're kind of sitting down and mapping that out for the year?
Right. I look at things that I know that I think I can sell well, and kind of just target my audience. Okay, I want to focus on this or that, you know. And what I do is I look up beginning of the year. I look up, and if I could pay for all the spots that I, you know, need. That way it gives me time to work on the menu, work on other stuff, you know. I did sign up for all the stock markets this year, so I'm doing the
So you're there for the rest of the year. Okay, that's cool.
I've been there all year so far. Okay. So I'm going to continue to do the stock market because I really like the atmosphere. I love the people. Those girls are so awesome. I love them.
Amy and Ann, shout out to Amy and Ann. Of course, they're always well, you know, they've been really big and behind us for, you know, KXVS and the shows that we put out, and you know, we always talk about, you know, whatever, you know, they're doing, like, and it's this year's a little different because, you know, it's every other month. So how does that stack up for you as compared to a year before where you were doing it on a month to month?
I feel like it might be a little, like, it was a little, like, overwhelming, you know, but I did it anyway because I wanted to get out there. But I feel like doing it every other month gives us time to really, you know, to prepare, you know, for the following. And then we can also have time, or have dates available to do other events. So I like that because that way it kind of gives me time to move around a little bit.
Right. Or you could, you know, maybe if there was something else in the same month, you weren't like overwhelmed, right?
Right, exactly.
You know, I have stock market, but I have something else like a week out.
Yeah,
you know?
and I've done that. I've done that before where I've scheduled, you know, 2 events in 1 month, and as long as they're, you know, a couple weeks apart, I'm okay.
Yeah.
You know, it gives me time for everything. But yeah, I definitely I look to see where the locations are, because that's another thing.
Right, yeah.
The locations and what type of festival it is, and that right there helps me, you know, get everything in play and what I want to do and what type of food. And I also listen to my customers. They'll request something like, oh, do you do this? Can you do this next time? Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. That's why I did the sliders.
Right.
A few people remembered me from before because I sold sliders there.
Okay.
I want to say last year. And they were like, you were the one selling. Can you bring those again? Like, yeah. Absolutely. And I think that's why they sold out.
Okay.
Because we were getting people who were coming back 3-4 times.
Yeah, and they're just like, hey, where's the sliders at? Or, you know, and that's the thing is, you know, when you do something like this, sometimes you're not going to be able to appease everyone.
Right.
You know, it's like, well, I need to kind of be efficient with my time and my team, and what can we make and bring,
Right.
you know, and then you kind of figure it out.
Right.
So, and that's an interesting process that you have, and definitely, obviously, listening to the audience is key, right? Like,
Right,
those are the people that are going to keep coming back.
Exactly. And you're right, you can't please everyone. You're always going to have one or two that are just...
Yeah, sliders again. Oh, man.
Something, you know,
Yeah.
but those are the people who don't bother me. The
Right.
ones that I care about are the ones who are supportive, who love my food,
Yeah.
who are there, who are, you know, have great feedback and who are positive towards me. And I focus on them. I don't let those bring me down or,
Yeah.
you know, cause right now I'm all about positivity. So anything negative, I'm like, no,
Yeah.
you know, because there's no room for your business. There's no room for negativity.
Right,
You have
exactly.
To be positive.
Yeah.
You have to.
Yeah, it won't move forward.
Exactly.
And that's the most important thing. And of course, you've been moving forward and continue. So what's next for you guys this year? Like for you and the team? Like,
well, to do more events. I'm actually working in the process right now this year of getting my own truck, because I feel like I mean I love what I'm doing, but the food tent, you know, putting it all up, getting everything. With the truck, I can just park, turn on,
there you go,
know, everything, and
Yeah.
we're good to go. You know, so that's one thing that I want to be able to get a truck, and I want to do concerts. I want to do, you know, the
that would be
truck
cool.
manias and all
Yeah.
that. I went to Aftershock a couple years ago. And
Really?
they had trucks everywhere.
Yes.
I was like, okay, I need to be here to do this.
And that's coming back this October, right?
Yes,
In Sacramento?
Yes.
Yes.
I'm trying to get there too.
That would be awesome.
That
Now,
would
but
be awesome.
Sacramento also, they do like a food truck event too. Yeah. My uncle lives up there, and he always talks about they do this food truck thing like every year. And
yeah.
so yeah, that would be really exciting to see you once you get the truck, and then kind of see you grow from that's like a whole nother, you know, thing. Like, you know, now it's from pop-ups to the truck.
Yes.
And then it's like that really kind of expands the brand even more.
Yes.
How often do you think about that? Like, does that cross your mind? Like, how can I push the brand more? Like, what should I be doing next? Obviously, you're thinking about the truck, but do you always think a couple steps ahead? Like, should I rebrand the logo? Should I have a logo?
Oh, absolutely,
You know,
absolutely.
Do I have business cards?
There's always room for improvement. So I'm constantly thinking of ways to improve my business, and I think about that all the time. And the truck, the menu, everything. I started, you know, I get these right here,
the brochures,
cards, you know,
yeah.
those are all from Vistaprint, you know. So I just, you know, whatever I can, but yeah, definitely, I want to change a little bit the style and everything. So it's a work in progress.
Yeah, and of course, you know, obviously that falls within whatever you have set aside for the budget. You know, because that's important too. And then, you know, one of the other things that a lot of people do besides the brochures and the flyers and things is, and you're involved with the community because you're in stock market. How important do you feel that is once you're kind of getting your name out there to come to like different things and meet new people? And it's probably really important because you're local. You know, you're raised in Stockton.
I do travel around, but I'm mainly local. Yeah,
and so the importance of that, like with, do you think about joining chambers or organizations or things like that to help improve the business? Yeah,
absolutely, yeah. Like I said, there's always room for improvement, and I'm right now working on getting myself more out there and being more involved, you know, because there's so much that I want to do.
Right.
Know, so much.
Yeah.
You know, it's, you know, baby steps. I'll get there.
Yeah, and actually, I saw you had a Facebook page. Or have you always had a Facebook page?
Yeah.
Okay, you always have. So is that where a majority of the people contact you is through Facebook?
Right,
mainly?
and referrals, you know, when other people use me, oh, here, you know, I gave so-and-so your number, you know.
Right.
And that right there helped me as well, is doing well at certain events, and then people refer me to other people, and that's kind of how I expanded my clientele. So that right there helped me a lot. I'm very what's the word, like, I strive to give the best customer service possible, and I want you to remember me. So when people remember me, that right there, that makes me feel good, because they enjoyed, my food, my service, and everything. So,
actually, as you mentioned that, I saw, I think on Facebook, you did a catered a wedding. Tell me about that experience when you're asked to do that, and then obviously once you get past the tasting part and you know what you're gonna fix. Tell me how that experience is when you're actually at the event. It's probably really hectic, right? Yes.
For one day, it's very hectic. I mean, it's a lot of work for one day, but it's worth it because it's for a special day. The one that I did, it was hectic, but it was super fun, and just trying to do your best and keep going, and that's the only thing you can do. But yeah, I honestly prefer to do like the stock markets, the events like that, because I feel like
do you feel like those are less stressful?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
I mean, I love doing weddings. I love doing that, but definitely my comfort zone is the festivals. Yeah. Definitely, because it's not as hectic.
What do you think makes those less stressful for you?
Because you don't know what's going to happen on those. You can have few customers. You can have a whole lot of customers. When you do weddings, this is what I have to make. I have to make this much. It's got to be enough for this many people. Okay. And then you have to deal with the drunken people.
Because they come back for more.
I had one guy. He was drunk and he literally grabbed the spoon from one of my workers as she was like trying to portion. She just grabbed it and was piling his plate. So I'm like trying to control the portions, and it's just like there's a lot of different stuff you have to deal with, but I mean it's fun. You learn from it, and if mistakes happen, you don't make them the next time, so it happens.
So it's kind of a more of here's this event that's happening, these people are coming up, whereas I think those pop-ups are less stressful because it is a surprise. Like, these people are just, you never know. Like, there's so many people that are coming to stock market or coming.
And you never know who you're gonna meet.
Yeah, and like we're from they might not even be from California, and they're trying your. So I think that's also the excitement, and that kind of alleviates like all that stress. You're like meeting all these people that are trying your food that are not even from Stockton, or they're not from California, or they're from other parts, and it's so diverse. So. And talking about diversity and you doing the Mexican food, how did you learn a lot of that stuff? Were your parents like influential on a lot of that?
Definitely. Yeah? I grew up watching my great grandmother cook, my mother cook. My brother, he actually went to Cordon Bleu. He went to school for it.
Okay.
And I watched him very, very closely. And like I said, I pay attention. Growing up, and I spent a lot of time in the kitchen with my great grandmother watching her, and so that kind of influenced me. And so once I grew up and had my own family and started doing my own thing, and I was I actually have a skill. So I kind of embraced that, and I remembered everything that I learned from them, and jobs and everything. So
now, like, with how this industry is constantly evolving and changing, and people are doing like their own take on things, or like a fusion of some sort, or obviously people are trying to eat healthier. Do you how are you kind of adjusting to this whole shift in what's going on?
I actually have a whole like healthy menu. I do meal prepping as well.
Okay.
So I do, like I said, I do a mixture of things, and I accommodate to everyone's needs.
Right.
I actually meal prep for a few people here in Stockton.
Okay.
And, and then I'll, deliver their meals, and, they have healthy meals.
Okay.
And so that's actually one of the things that kind of got me to get out there a little bit more, because when I very first started, I was thinking, I should do healthy meals and then, soul food.
Okay.
And I did that. And what inspired me was my brother. He's diabetic. And, he needed to, eat differently. And so I was thinking, okay, I would love to help others who, need that help.
Right.
And it's unfortunate, he passed away because of diabetes, but that didn't stop me. That just motivated me even more.
Right.
And then that's another thing why I joined It Works, because I needed to focus on my health too. How am I going to get to where I want to be if me myself am not in good health?
Yeah.
So that it went hand in hand. It got me out there a little more, made me feel better, you know, to be more active, and just the whole way of thinking. I mean, I think completely positive now, and that I always go back and think about, you know, when I first started to now, and so much has changed. You know, my mentality, everything has changed for the better.
Yeah.
So definitely, that's another thing, like with my food truck. I want to have also like healthy food options.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
You know, vegan options.
Vegan options,
you know,
right.
vegetarian options. So like I like to accommodate to everybody. So I mean, I'm not going to have a long list of on a menu, because I feel like when you have a long menu, you're standing there looking at, okay, what do I want, you know?
Right, yeah.
Make it simple. A few things of each, and it's like easy to pick. That's why when I do the stock markets, I only do like 1 or 2 things.
Right.
Because I feel like the more the variety, there's already a big variety.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
they don't want to stand there and they looking at the menu, okay, what do I want, you know?
Yeah.
So I like to just keep it simple and, like, you know, try to accommodate to everybody.
So how was your experience with, we know you're at stock market, and we kind of talked a little bit about, obviously you're looking at locations and things like that when you take into account to when you prep something. And then of course, you know, sometimes it's hit and miss with different people coming to the areas. What did you feel when you were at Caldwell versus this, you know, not stock market's back downtown. So now that they're at MLK Plaza, what's the feel like? What's the difference?
I feel like we're not as hidden, so there's a lot more traffic flow, a lot more people. And with, you know, the Caldwell Park, like I said, it was sort of hidden, and then
and a lot of people that were talking to me was like, "Where's Caldwell Park?"
Exactly.
Yeah,
exactly.
and so we're like, yeah. So
exactly. So there wasn't, unless people in the neighborhood. Those are the ones that
they knew.
Come.
They knew. Yeah,
they
exactly.
Knew. And you know, not a whole lot of traffic goes on, you know, Pacific. So I feel like having them downtown, there's a lot of traffic flow everywhere. Everybody knows when stuff's going downtown.
You'll
everybody
see it.
knows, you know. So I feel like that was a smart move for them, like, for them to do that, because I mean that helps everybody, you know, all of us. So yeah, definitely it's a lot busier, you know, and it's bigger. Like the park is so much bigger, and I feel like there's
more space to walk.
Yes,
That's a big thing too.
Definitely.
Of course, you know, you don't want to, and that's more space for you guys too. Sometimes you don't want to feel so crammed next to other vendors and stuff.
It gets hot.
yeah, of course. I mean, so we all like each other. You know, pushing each other for, you know, what we're trying to do, but at the same time, you know, there's that's definitely a big thing too, is having more space. So yeah, we've been looking at this food, Dustin. We should try this food, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. You want to try it?
Yeah, let's try it.
Maybe.
Yeah, let's try it.
Yeah.
Okay. Are you waiting for me to go first?
Yeah, you first.
Okay. Well, here, I'll give you this too. All right, so I'm gonna try it now. This is
the stuffed mushrooms.
Okay,
it
stuffed
has
mushroom.
Sauteed spinach, shallots, garlic, feta cheese, Parmesan.
It's
Good,
very
Ben?
good.
Yeah?
Very good.
Savory. Yeah. Thank you.
I really like mushrooms too.
Yeah.
Same.
Yeah.
I'm not like olives, no mushrooms. Yeah.
Right. Right, and that's another thing that I like to pick something that I feel like is like everyone like loves. I mean, it's rare when people say like, "Oh, I don't like mushrooms," but I was thinking, okay, I need to think of something that I've, you know, done before, and that I know that it's good, and I know that's gonna catch, you know, attention, and especially it's on my brochure, and I'm like, there, you can see it.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. That's like one of the key things that, you know, people keep coming back to, and you definitely want to showcase like what you can do, like you say, but you definitely don't want to excuse me, overdo the menu.
Right. Exactly.
Need some water?
Yeah, water.
Exactly.
No, that was really good. And that's the thing too, is like, thank you. When I'm thinking about things like this, and obviously you're thinking about that ahead of time, is putting together a menu and trying to simplify it is one of the key things. And obviously you're probably thinking about that for the truck when you get
absolutely,
you know, do that too, right?
Absolutely, yes. And you know, I'll switch it up a little bit. You know, do specials to kind of just keep it fresh and not have the same thing over and over. You know.
Yeah.
So yeah.
How do you go about doing pricing. I think that's one thing that maybe people that are coming into this, like, how would I gauge that, or how do I kind of figure that out? Like, when you were first starting, did you think about things like that?
Oh yeah, definitely. To this day, I still, when I'm thinking about pricings, and I also, I'll ask, like my friends or family, okay, what do you think? Does this sound, reasonable? I like to ask and get feedback.
Yes.
What is this price? Does this price look, seem, good to you? And I also think about, the money that I spend and, kind of break it down and what each would cost me and, the profit wise. I'm not too big on making a bunch of profit right now. If I profit a couple extra bucks, that's fine. But right now, I just want to get out there and, get people. And I like being a little cheaper than other caterers, because it draws more attention to me, because I've talked with several people and they say, oh, wow, caterers are so expensive, blah, blah. And I always ask them, what's within your budget, and I kind of work with them, and they're always happy that I'm cheaper than the normal, caterer. Because I feel like a little bit cheaper, you get more people. If you're super expensive, you're going to have less.
Right.
I'd rather have more people and be a little bit cheaper.
Okay.
Because like I said, I like to accommodate. So that was I look at is how much I spend and how much each thing is going to cost, and then I ask others, what do you think?
Okay.
I don't mind constructive criticism. It helps me build.
Yeah, and that's kind of how you can gauge. You definitely don't want to overshoot it, but you definitely don't want to undervalue your, the quality that you put in, because obviously, you take a lot of time to prep and do, all of this wonderful food that you're preparing for everyone. So that's definitely, I think, one of the things too that I ask people is kind of, are they fluctuating from year to year? Are they kind of the same? And then
I've been lucky that every year that I've done this, I've profit more and more. Because like the last few times that I've done my taxes and everything, I look at everything, and each year I'm making a little bit more and more. So I'm getting closer to my goal eventually. I'll get there. So as long as I keep doing this, I think I'll reach it.
Yeah, no, it's very good. So then, if people can't find you on Facebook, then do you have a website too?
I'm actually working on it right now.
You're working on a website.
I'm working on my social media game.
Okay.
So I'm working on my website right now, and then expanding on the Instagram and Twitter and all that stuff. So
Instagram would be awesome for you.
Yeah, I've already started, but now I need to like build more on it and like load more of my pictures and menus and all that. So I just need to work a little bit on that. But right now it's all my Facebook. But now I'm like working on I need to expand my social marketing. Right.
And that's a big thing too that a lot of business owners, and do you find that where do you fit the time in, right? That's a key thing, because
so you just got to do a little bit every day.
Yeah, and that's what I tell people too, because I also did some consulting, and I've worked for nonprofits and worked for small business, and so it's if you can dedicate an hour to one social media platform, you're usually fine. And then really, I just tell nonprofits kind of find where your audience is. It's nice to have all three, but sometimes no one's really on Twitter, or no one's there for you. So, or we have more followers on Instagram, or more people are interested in what we're doing there. So it's okay to kind of shift gears and kind of put more efforts into that, because that's where people are gonna maybe DM you or retweet.
And that's exactly why I made my main focus was on Facebook, because that's where I got all my. That's
where everybody knows you from. Yeah,
exactly. But like you said, like not everybody's on everything, so like I said, I'm just doing it little by little. I'm in no hurry to do it all at once, because I know it's
Yeah. So is there entrepreneurs that you meet that like you're really excited to work with them, or different entrepreneurs that have really kind of given you great advice, like as you kind of grown, or there are people
definitely.
that really stand out in the community?
Oh yeah, definitely. I've keep contact with the ones that really made an impact on my life, and they inspired me, and I feel like because of them, it gives me a great outlook onto, if I stick to this, I can be them. And like with it works. My friend is the one who got me into this. She's been doing this for 2 going on 3 years, and she's amazing. She's out there and super spunky and positive, and she really Stephanie, by the way, Stephanie Davis.
Okay,
so
there you
you're
go.
Watching me, girl.
Yeah.
Hi.
It's a shout out.
Yeah. She really motivated me, and with other people, like in the restaurant industry, I still keep contact with a few people that I worked with before, like Jerry from the Whiskey Barrel. He's awesome. I keep contact with him. Actually, he's been at the stock market too.
Yeah.
And he's awesome, and he's always been really supportive as well, and he loves my food.
Yeah.
And so like he's the one who told me like you're doing great, definitely get into a truck, that'll be more I think that'll suit you, really well.
Yeah, I think so.
He gave me good advice.
Now, how like when you're looking at that, how difficult is it? Like, do you feel overwhelmed? Like, I want to get a food truck, but I don't know where to start. What?
Right? Yeah. I've for sure. The number one thing is the money.
Yeah.
Once I have that, then at least I know I can look for, and talk to other entrepreneurs and see if they see anything. But yeah, that it's a little overwhelming, because I'm like, okay, where do I start? How am I going to do this? But I know that once I'm pointing in the right direction, I can get it done.
Yeah.
That's all I need. I just put me in the right direction. Who do I need to talk to? I mean, I would love to meet someone who wants to invest and say, hey, I would love to partner up with you. Let's make this happen.
Right, yeah.
And that's kind of why I want to keep going because maybe where along the line I can meet someone who wants to partner up with me and say, hey, let's make this happen. And that's why I keep doing it, and the people that I meet, the advice, so that would be great if I can, have someone that help me, put me in the right direction and say, hey, I have the funds to make this happen. Let's build it,
Right.
Let's get that truck going, or let's get that restaurant going,
Yeah.
Like I said, I'm all for a partnership.
That's like the vision, right? The vision is the space, the actual place.
Yes, yes.
The food truck is a good goal to go for, and then once you have it, but ideally, like I want that.
Yes,
that
exactly.
place, right? The
Exactly.
cafe. When I actually saw that name, I was like, oh, I thought it was a cafe.
Yeah.
But that was probably your vision when you were working.
Yeah, even
putting
though
this
I
together.
know that I'm not an actual restaurant or cafe, because everybody that comes and sees me, where are you located?
Yeah,
That kills me, because I'm like, I don't have an answer for that yet.
Yeah.
I promise one day I will have an address.
Yeah.
But that right there, I did that on purpose because I had a vision. This is what I want.
Yeah.
So if I have it in my head and I have it in front of me, I feel like I can obtain it. So I did that on purpose because one day I wanted actual Cafe Nessa.
Right.
So I did that on purpose.
Okay. Yeah, that's what I thought. What did you think of that, Dustin?
It was awesome. Yeah, it was really good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, it was really good. So, what's your favorite kind of thing to make? Like, obviously, you have a passion for this, and you probably like everything. But is there something that really stands out to you? Like, I love making this, and it's easy every time. I just love the way it comes together.
I have to say, besides Mexican food, because I love to I grew up with it.
Yeah.
Steak is my
Really?
Yes,
Steak?
I love steak, and I am very good at making my dishes. There are some people that just don't know how to cook a steak.
Okay.
And that's
Yeah.
one thing that I take pride in, is that I know how to cook a really good steak that melts in your mouth. And
Okay.
I wanted to do something for you guys, and I'm like, no, it's not going to be good, because
Yeah.
then it's not going to be as good fresh. So but yeah, that's one thing that I love steak and any steak dishes. I love it, and I'm all about flavors.
Right.
And that right there, my flavors shine when I do that. That and salmon.
Salmon.
Yes.
Okay.
I do a really good salmon.
It's really
as
good.
well.
You like salmon, Dustin?
Yeah, it's not bad.
Yeah, not bad. Are you a steak guy, or you?
See, I'm more of a steak guy.
You're more a steak
Yeah.
guy. Okay.
Yeah.
So, if she was doing something at the stock market with steak,
Yeah.
you're there.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, steak sandwiches.
So what's on the menu for Stock Market next month?
Well, I was thinking it's funny, steak sandwiches, because people
Really?
were asking.
Okay.
Yeah, people were, and I saw that no one else had something the type that I do.
Right.
Because my sandwiches are very hearty. Like
Okay.
my sliders, they were like this big.
Wow. Okay.
So they
So,
weren't
yeah.
little. Everything I do is big. So I think that, and maybe some sort of Mexican dish, like I don't know, taquitos, enchiladas, burritos, tacos.
Yeah,
you know,
I
I
would-
do it all.
Yeah, I mean, then there's nobody that does.
I've
taco
never,
Stock
yeah, I
Market,
don't
right?
see any
or
Mexican.
taquitos.
Yeah, exactly.
Taquitos
Any
would
Mexican
be
food
good.
there. So I would love
Yeah.
to bring my Mexican food out, and I do great.
I saw
salsa
I saw the
chips.
enchilada, so I was kind of
Yes,
like, oh
I
my
do
god,
really good
that looks really
enchilada.
good.
And my salsa and chips, I do it all from scratch. Like I fry my own chips and
Right.
everything.
Oh wow, okay.
Yeah.
And there's the salmon at the bottom.
Oh yeah.
Yes. Well, I mean, I'm excited just to see like this. Obviously, it's been around for a long time. I'm just barely finding out, so I'm excited for more people to kind of find out about this through our program, and hopefully you'll jump over to Betty's program and get on there and talk to a whole
absolutely.
new audience.
I would love to do more of these. These are awesome.
And I think it's really beneficial, because that's really what we're here for, is just to help, for entrepreneurs to kind of understand what that process was like, kind of get an idea of maybe where they can get some resources from, and then obviously push the brand and then get the word out there, and then get it out there through social media. So you're working on social media, but you've got the event game down for sure.
Yeah.
Like that's, Stock Market's going to be a breeze going forward. And then I would just be excited to see when, you get the website together and, have that all pulled together. Because then that's just another thing, right? People will that's another
Right.
easy way to find you and
Right.
contact.
Right.
And then they can, scroll through galleries and galleries of like all the things that you've done. And then hopefully, at that point, you got some press. It sounds like Stockton Record,
yeah,
had written about you too.
Yeah, and my daughter does like most of my like pictures for my food. She's actually
Is she a
working-
graphic designer?
She wants to be a photographer.
Okay, that's really good.
So I told her, I said, Mihai, start on your profile now. You
Yeah.
know?
Well, no, this is and food's awesome.
Yeah.
Yes.
Awesome thing to shoot.
Yes,
It's just,
absolutely.
you've got the presentation down, and then just,
She definitely helps me with my presentation on, making my pictures look really, really good. And she's like, Mom, you gotta advertise for me. Follow me at Instagram at Ayla Photos. Tell them Ayla Photos, and I'm like,
Photo
okay.
credit.
yeah, photo credit. There you go.
Yes,
photo
so
credit, right?
definitely, I definitely give her full credit for that, because she's amazing, and she's really good with the camera, and even with just her phone.
Yeah.
She takes amazing pictures. She's so talented, and I'm excited for that too. She can help me build
Yeah.
my menu, and
Right.
all these things, and that's originally why I wanted to start this. I wanted to create something that's like a legacy,
Yeah.
for my family,
Right.
and have this business going and keep going
Yeah.
and keep going.
And it's always great, like when your family's involved too, and they're really
Exactly.
focused. Obviously, your daughter's focused on this unique skill set, and that can, who knows, maybe like she'll go forward with that, and that's like something
Absolutely.
that she wants to do as a career. But like you're right, it's kind of helps too, because you're being supportive and like keying in on like those things, like you could use this as your portfolio,
Yeah,
and then
exactly.
push that in your own
Exactly.
media, and then on your own Instagram. So I think it's really cool. Like definitely, like when other family members are excited and they're super passionate along with you, it really gets like all the gears turning, and then everybody kind
Exactly.
of contributes in their own way, and it's awesome.
Exactly. I sold pasta at the stock market, the last one.
Okay.
And she actually helped me make
Really?
all that pasta.
Okay.
Like she, picks up pretty fast like me, and she helped me make all the pasta fresh, and it came out so good. I sold out of that as well.
Okay.
I definitely gave her a cut from that one, because I'm
Yeah.
like, hey, you put some work into
put
this.
in some work. Yeah.
I'm gonna give you some of
That's
this.
always good. So, people can find you on Facebook.
Yes.
So, and that's Cafe Nessa Catering. That's they have a Facebook
Yes,
business page.
Cafe Nessa Catering.
And then
You can find me on Facebook, Vanessa Lugo, and there's a direct link to both my sites as well.
Okay.
So you can you'll see all of my stuff on my Facebook, my It Works and my Cafe Nessa Catering. So I put links up there all the time,
Right.
so they can go on themselves and take a look. Take a look at my Facebook and look at all the stuff that I've done before,
Right,
and
photos and things like that.
exactly,
Yeah,
exactly.
You have videos too.
I have one video that my friend, he another entrepreneur. Him and his wife have their own film business. It's a Salazar Film.
Okay.
I don't know if you're familiar.
Is that in town?
Yeah, he's here in town.
Okay.
And actually, he's done a video for the stock market, I believe, a couple years back. And he did one for me, and it's on Vimeo.
Oh,
VMO.
yeah. Okay. Yeah.
So you can find me on that, too.
Okay.
And you can see a video of us. And that was when we did the Taste of Home cooking show at Delta.
Right.
So that's the only video that I have so far, but I'm working on
Very cool.
doing more.
Yeah, there's a guy I know that does video that you might be interested in talking with.
Oh,
yeah,
nice.
Because we do some video work too. Yeah, I mean.
Yeah, I would love to do videos kind of to teach people how to do their own things at home and share some of my recipes. Like, I would love to do that.
YouTube channel.
I know. I thought about that.
Possible
I'm like,
YouTube channel,
I
right?
should.
Yeah, that'd be kind of.
I know.
cool.
My daughter has her own YouTube channel.
Yeah, you know
that
what?
she does work on.
Goes along with photography, videography.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
There
Like
you
I
go.
said, it's something that I got to work on, and there's definitely, like I said, room for improvement. So that's something that I need to work on.
Well, yeah, and of course, like as you said, like as your team seems real solid, and they've definitely been there and helped you out a lot. It's just that time management, and it is a handful. We all know it's a handful. Like running your own business is, you only have so much time in the day.
It's hard, but it's so worth it.
Yeah, and it is.
At the end of the day, it's worth
you're
it.
working towards something that you really love and you're passionate about, and obviously you have a great fan base, I would say, that are constantly behind you, and they love your food, and there's a demand for sliders, so hopefully sliders will make its return at some point, but steak sandwiches in the future for stock market. And
Mexican food.
And Mexican, yes. Oh, I'm excited for Mexican food if it gets
Mexican
there.
Food.
Yeah.
I'll talk to the ladies to see, make sure no one else is doing Mexican food.
Right.
And I would love to do that. Yeah. Yeah. Definitely.
So yeah, if you're hungry or you need events catered, Cafe Nessa is where you go,
Yes,
and you'll
definitely.
find her on Facebook. Website coming soon. Instagram
Yes.
coming soon. And
Work in progress.
Yes, and then it's Cafe Nessa Catering at gmail.com
Yes.
for those that want to email and kind of see, and you can go obviously on her Facebook, see what she has to offer, and there's like a lot of stuff, and of course you're very adaptable.
Yes.
So if you don't see anything on the brochure or on the website, ask.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So thank you for coming on the
Thank you
show.
for
This
having me.
is
I had so much
exciting.
fun.
We want you to come back after a
Absolutely.
couple stock markets, kind of
Yes.
see how you're doing.
Yes.
And then see how things turned out. See how we'll be out there.
Yes.
We cover stock
I would love
market.
to, if I could, I don't know, bring one of my team members with
Yes,
me, and
yes.
we can who is also an entrepreneur, like I told you.
Yeah.
Stephanie Davis. I would love for her to come and talk to you as well about her journey and everything.
Yeah.
And she actually works with me as well.
Okay.
On the stock market, so we kind of work with each other in
Yeah.
both businesses. So
Yeah. No, that's
definitely-
exciting. Definitely, that's the whole point of the show. Entrepreneurs meeting entrepreneurs, and of course referring, and then we can kind of all
absolutely.
chat. It'd be nice just to have something for, like a LinkedIn just for entrepreneurs, right?
Yeah.
Be something kind of everybody can kind of get together and kind of chat about how their journeys, because our journeys are all over the place. When I started,
Every journey is different.
yeah, every journey is different. There's different stops, and like you said, you had to take a break for a while, but now you're back and you're pushing forward, and that's the most important thing, is you're never giving up, and that's what everybody has said coming on the show. Is
Absolutely.
if you're pushing hard and you're staying positive, and the people around you are positive, you're always going to be moving forward in a great direction.
Right.
So yeah, thank you for coming, and thank you for
you.
being here, and the food was awesome, and
Thank
I'm
you so
excited
much.
to try Mexican food at the stock market now,
Yeah.
because I feel like that there was something lacking, right? You always feel like, golly, I mean, I love the guys at Out of Lodi, the green truck, Movable Feast. I always go there. Those guys are awesome to me. So I always get good food there. I've had the Greek food. I love the Greek food, but yeah, I mean, I've tried a little bit of everything at stock market, so definitely we'll try and get there earlier and catch you before everybody comes and grabs all your food. So, Dustin?
Yeah?
You going to close us out?
Yeah. You've been listening to Challenge Mode with Ben Sanchez on KXVS, The Voice of Stockton. And for more information on The Voice of Stockton, go to thevoiceofstockton.org. From the Miracle Mile Studios on, this is KXVS Radio. Good night.
Night.
KXVS on 92.1 coming soon. KXVS